Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. So new was $35. Look at this. Came down 2018. Chopped around this
Hey
5,
now.
10 zone. And look at this. $8. So new all the way to 153 cents. Came down 2018. Yeah, it's been sideways August, September, October, November, December. Look at this volume today, 154 million. I think they reported financials. Can this do a dollar roll? Well, did here, but they knocked it down. And it's holding, 25 cents. This is really beaten up. This is super risky stock. You don't know what's going to come out. They're going to split, maybe get their price higher in their stock. I don't see any splits before. And look at that volume, 154 million. Now, the reason why it hasn't gone up is let's look at the weekly. Ever since right here, you had the crossover actually back in October 2020. Look at this 20 EMA over 13 EMA. This is clearly bearish. And you have a big streamline down. When you have the 20 over the 13, that's why this move didn't go up there. People are like, oh, it should have went up there. It didn't because you need a reversal. That tried to go through too fast and it wasn't ready yet. So a lot of stocks will do that. They might get good spikes, but they're not going to make that move and eventually come up like this. Now, is this going to do that? It's very hard to say because it's a very risky stock here. Can this do the bottom roll sideways, sort of wrap underneath these EMAs and really start to move up? You have good news. And a lot of these stocks are TAL, EDU, GOTU, the educational space. And they're really beat down. Now, this is very beaten up stock as far as it's 54 cents, 43 million market cap, sales 445 million. No one owns this. Insiders don't own 0.29%. Institutions only own 5%. There's a float of 43 million. And December 29th announced second quarter unaudited financial results where people popped it. So I guess it was good I didn't read it. They provide K-12 tutoring abroad, People's Republic of China. This is a China play. They get 470 learning centers. Yeah, it's not like this is just absolute garbage, even though it is. Can this turn around? Could next year be the year that this turns around? At least moves maybe into the CETUS 5 zone, the 10. It's very beaten down. It's very risky. And but see this when you had this down like this, and then see it come sideways. You see the space is getting tighter. That's why you hit here. It looks like it wants to come up. That's big volume on the weekly here. On the monthly, flatline 146, completely oversold. That is, dead flat. And see how far away you are from the EMAs. It doesn't mean the stock's gonna, roar back and everything's great, but it can bounce up to this 2 4 zone. It could be possible here. It'll be interesting to see what happens, how this develops. As you can see here, the chop tried, nope, and we got as low as 28 cents. So very risky on this new. See if my food's ready. Excuse me. 3 minutes away. Trying this live on Zoom, which is different. I don't know how it's coming across. Never really did this, but all right, let's go down to TK. Yeah, Flowtech. This stock's been higher, keeps getting lower, lower each bounce. It's making a nice little move. Then it came all the way to 50 cents from 225. Big volume today, actually yesterday too. And I put in a nice move for longs. You can see here rated 80 cents. Really did nothing pre-market in the open. Tried to get over 85, didn't happen. But see, this red line is yesterday's close. I really hugged that. Then we took off to 120. It's not a bad move there. See, DNAY. Look at this channel. A lot of plays fall into like different chart patterns. Like I love the falling wedge. There's a rising wedge, pennants, bull flags, double bottoms. This is more of a channel down. Look at this. Back and forth in this channel. Found support at 6. And then we bounced up to your 10-day. Look at that volume, 6.3 million in volume. Excuse me. So this did nothing again. It didn't do nothing 10, 11, 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. Then this big candle here. Try to get above that pre-market high. Look at this right at 750. This is why I love the 1320 EMA. Wick, and it bounced right off it. That is classic move. Then we moved higher. Just going along. Just going along that line at 1320 EMA, riding up. It's like going up a roller coaster real slow. The tracks, and here we go. It did put in a big candle here, but that's a nice gainer, almost $2. And it came back, and it's still, that was a fake out. If you go to the 10, see, you're not even close to the 1320 EMA. Each time you get a time frame, it's going to be, all these candles are going to be within 15 minutes. You see 10 minutes and 5 minutes. So when you see this, 2 people might get scared off. You got to use the higher time frames too. And one here, and we bounced up. That's a nice long though. I'll be right back. Try to get my food. Got something neat. I'm back. UTME. Look at this stock. This stock was near 100 plus. Came back, back and forth 30, 60. Big candle here. Jesus. Faded to 10 and 3. Crazy. See the weekly. Another one, 20 EMA over 13 EMA. Could spike up to 4, maybe 7 longer term. CPOP. This is another one. Look at this. Was near 80 plus. Came down. No split. And then the last few days, big volume, 152 million. Look at this. Really moved 28th. Draw your line up. Pretty strong uptrend. On the weekly, that's a big candle. You don't see a candle like that. This could be a reversal. Stochastics, white over red, looking bullish. Yeah, this could start moving up now. Watch over 3, 4, that area. The FOI is a clear, wedge forming. I broke out of it. Here's TCAT, one of my favorites. I called this right back in August, one of my best calls. I was watching that out of this break here, this falling wedge. There's a fake breakout, another one here, dived lower, all longs got faked out, and then it came up. It was still a nice run from 5 to almost 13, 14 plus. Now we're another channel down. You can see right here, very tight, and it broke out. Nice move. You can see stochastics are making like this wave here. The lows are getting higher. 5. Can we get the 6? The only thing with this, see this? Each high is getting lower, lower on these big bounces. So you could get the 6, 8, maybe 10. I don't think you get up here. The weekly, trying to touch that 13 MA. See, it's starting to drift out of it, which is a good sign. But it still has a ways to go. NAKD. Look at this. Big move down. Reverse split it. Found support at 5 right now. Let's see what happens with that one. CYTO. Look at that. Spike. Look at these spikes. And then we go down. Then a nice pop up here to 2. SNTG. Almost 50, dropped like a rock. Another one. 132. That's incredible. YJ on the downtrend. Pixie. It came out a huge wedge as reverse split. Look at the spikes in Pixie. This is a spiking stock where it spikes and drops. See it? Pop and drop, all these moves. Can't really get over this 4 level either. But the nice last 2 days here. Didn't hold today, though. It came back a little bit. What else we got? Look at BIIB Biogen. Crazy chart in this one, all the way up to 450 and dropped. TIRX. You've seen us a lot in these charts today. This is another one. This was 100. Look at this climb. Edgy got it around 10. And then look, went all the way up to near 90. And then look at this candle. On that day, it opened at 87 and there's a low of 12. Oh my God. Some of these stocks are just total scams, garbage. It went completely down sideways and we're at 172. Can you imagine that? Imagine if you bought 100 and it's $1.72. It's crazy. Here's a new one. I didn't see this. There's so many IPOs this year too. I always put in a retracement on the newer ones from high to low. So you can see right here 100% all the way down. All the way up here it started, then we go back down. That's where it sort of sideways trying to come back up now. Not a lot formed on the chart yet. KNF. There's another one, very good food company. So you can see this a gap and it went all the way down. Something to look at here. When these start up top and really die down, they're going to come back up. Here is SPRB. Look at this tight channel ever since last December 2020. And this thing went tight down. Big move out of that, tight wedge channel, whatever you want to call it. Came up. Look at this. These tails. It's really back and forth here. But the trend is up here. You can see that on stochastics. See, here's another one. A lot of these newer charts, what you'll see, whatever the way it goes, it started off, a nice run on this one back in November, and you dropped, and then back up. This is pretty easy to read. Green candle, nothing's even formed really. 1320 EMA. Once you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red candles in a row, here's your sign. Hammer candle, green, green, after a long run. Yeah, they could say it's pretty basic, and this rides it up here, all the way up. Going down the list, it's pretty good for now. All right, that's it for now. Just going over some of the stocks. So new, big winner. FTAC, not a bad little move. So is DNAY. CPOP was solid. And CYTO. And nice moves for longs. All right, that's it. Just checking out this live.